Talking about New Year's resolutions, goals, evaluation, and I'm really rejuvenated because I get to talk to you about how to actually set some goals. And by the time you leave today, you're going to set one goal by the time you leave today, in addition to some other things that you're going to learn about how to set goals. So let's get started. First, given its limitations, New Year's resolutions are exactly the wrong way to change our behavior, just as John Dale said. It makes no sense to quit smoking, lose weight, get a promotion, all of those things in 1 year. It's too much. That's why today, you're going to leave doing one today. According to a 2007 survey, 3,000 people, British psychologist Richard Wiseman conducted a survey and he found that what percentage of all resolutions end in failure? What percentage ends in failure? Take a guess.
95?
95?
98.
I'm sorry?
98.
98? Exactly, according to that study, 88% end in failure. So we got to do something different if you're going to reach your goal. What I'm going to do today is what you can see, and it's on your PowerPoint slide as well if you can't see what's up here. But here are the things that we're going to do today, is you're going to learn 3 important ideas for setting goals, some tips to actually set those goals for success, some of the sources that goals come from, as well as develop SMART goals. And we'll talk a little bit about what those SMART goals are. And then we're going to have an actual activity where you're actually going to be able to set a goal today. And I want you to think about this in the context of 6 months from now. 6 months from today, it's going to be Thursday, June 28th of 2012. Thursday, June 28th of 2012. So does anybody know the significance of that week, that last week in June, for somebody that's a Toastmasters member?
It's when we change guard.
It's when we change guard. We start new leadership. John?
It's the final day you can turn in something and have it count for this year.
Exactly. For you to reach your goal, you have to turn it in by Thursday, June 28th. That's why we have these goal charts up here, so you can track your progress. I'm going to help you do some of that today. Whether you do it with Toastmasters or your own personal life or your professional life, you're going to walk out with one goal. And the way that we're going to do that is through one of the things that you have on your desk is a work-life balance wheel. You all get that. And I know we're all very busy. We have multiple commitments. We have work, we have family, we have school, we have community activities. We have to prepare for Toastmaster speeches. It's a lot of things to do. But you've got to give up something to get something. Got to give up something. To make sacrifices to reach your goal. So let's take a look at how to get balance in your life and make a commitment to achieving one goal this year. First, we're going to start with that work-life balance that you have on your table. So let me set this up, and you're actually going to do this activity. Within each of the following areas on that wheel, I want you to circle the number that best represents your level of satisfaction in that area of your life. Let me say that to you again. Within each of the following areas on the wheel, I want you to circle the number that best represents your level of satisfaction in that area of your life. And you can see the scale at the top. 1 is dissatisfied, 6 is completely satisfied. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to actually fill that out right now. And if you get done before that, I want you to put your pen down so I know everyone's finished. So go ahead and do that right now. Just a couple minutes. Okay, you're 1 minute in. 1 minute in. We're at about 1:20. 1:20. And what I'd like you to do now is connect all of those dots so you can look at that wheel to see where you might be out of bounds. Connect the dots on that wheel. And I want you to be thinking about, now that you've done this, what do you want to improve? What's the area you want to improve? And write that down, because by the time we finish, we're going to help you come up with a goal. Has everybody got that? Everybody done with that? Excellent. Very good. Okay, now let's get into some information about goal setting. And I'm going to frame our discussion on goal setting from my perspective as a coach. That's what I do, is I'm a career coach, personal development coach. So I help people reach their goals. And here's my little definition or analogy of coaching and helping people reach their goals. I want you to understand that this coaching that I do with goals, it's a process. It's a process to help you get from where you are right now as of this date to where you want to be on Thursday, June 28th of 2012. Because all of those things that get in the way from today to Thursday, June 28th, what gets in the way? What gets in the way to get to where you want to go? What are some of the things that are going to come up? Life. What else? Health. Money. All those things get in the way. And so you've got to have a plan to get to where you are to where you want to be. And again, what's the date? Thursday, June 28th. All right. Now, here are some important factors that you need to understand as far as goal setting goes. It's got to help you create a vision. Got to be able to create a vision. So what's that vision going to be? Are you going to have more balance? You're going to have more enjoyment? You're going to have more excitement? You're going to be in better health? So what does that vision look like exactly when you achieve that goal on that day? The other thing, that you have to state that goal in the positive. Many times what do? I want to lose weight. Now, how does that attract you to lose weight? Why can't you say something more positive? Like, by that time, I will be healthier by exercising 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week. A little bit more attracted to that than the term of losing weight. So always state it in the positive. The other thing that will do, the importance of goal setting, is it provides consistency. It provides consistency in decisions and actions. So only two things can happen on your way on these goals, you guys. Only two things can happen. Every decision and action you take, it either moves you closer to your goal or further away. It's the only two things that can happen. So when John was talking about opening up that refrigerator, only two things are going to happen, and you're doing it. Then the next thing is, I want you to think about some of the greatest athletes in the world. Some of the greatest athletes in the world. Who are some of the greatest athletes in the world that you know?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Great example. Great example. The one that I like to use is 8-time Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps. 8 gold medals. Now, do you think that he set some goals for himself? Do you think he wrote those goals down probably? He had a coach that held him accountable for those goals. So he was always trying to get to that goal. And actually his goal was to only get one gold medal, not 8. His goal was only to get one gold medal. Science actually shows by writing your goal down, you increase your likelihood of achieving that goal. And the actual neuroscience says that the neural pathways are expanded by keeping on working on that. It's just like lifting weights. You get stronger by lifting weights. It's the same principle of writing it down, tracking your progress to get to your goals. I want to show you a clip. I want you to think about what Michael Phelps says about goals and related to your goal.
You know, whatever you want to do in life is possible. And that's been something that I've been able to realize firsthand. You know, as a 10-year-old kid, would I ever think I'd be sitting here? I've been able to do everything I've ever wanted in sport. Would I say I'd be able to do it 10 years ago? Probably not. But I didn't give up. I think that's the biggest thing. And you know, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. There are always going to be ups and downs, but I think it's really how you really, get back on your horse and keep going forward. And I think the biggest thing that I've always said is never give up. And I never have, and nobody ever should. If they want something bad enough, they'll get it. They have to work for it. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but if you want it bad enough, they'll do whatever it takes to get there. I think that's probably the easiest way to put it, and the best way to put it. So thank you guys for coming out, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Phelps.
It takes hard work. Hard work. So some of the important things that you need to know about setting goals is you have to determine what is important. You have to determine what is important. What was important to Michael Phelps is to win a gold medal. You have to clarify your roles and actions. You have to clarify your roles and actions. Do you think he set some clear goals on what he was going to do? He was totally focused on that one goal of a gold medal. It provides direction. It provides direction. It's that true North Star that he is gravitating toward. Or in his case, the gold medal. And it builds on strengths. Well, builds on strengths is one of the, I skipped one, builds on strengths. And one of the things that I have learned over the years, and one of the best assessments that I've ever taken, is Strength Finders 2.0 by Tom Rath. Excellent assessment. And I learned so much from that assessment because what I always did was I always worked on my weaknesses. I am so past working on my weaknesses. Once I started working on my strengths, playing to my strengths, I blossomed.